Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you fine. Where are you? Where are you?
I'm calling from India.
Lovely. Which part of India? It's a big country.
Yeah, it's northern part of India,
In the
and
north of India.
that is a state named as Uttar Pradesh.
Oh, okay, Uttar Pradesh. I understand. I know which one. Lovely. What do you do? What's your job?
Yeah, currently I'm a student.
Yeah, what are you studying?
Currently I'm pursuing my Bachelor's of Engineering in Electrical Engineering domain.
Electrical engineering. Okay, don't really need the domain word. Just say I'm a student. I'm electrical engineering student. Okay. What would you
Yeah,
like to talk about today?
yeah. You can take a lesson.
Yeah, what would you like to talk about with me today?
Yeah, you can take a lesson, or if you want to have a normal conversation, then you can go on with that as well.
Yeah, well, we can do a formal lesson, or you can just have a chat about something you're interested in. Okay. So, what are you interested in? Science? Yeah, you interested in science?
Yeah, you can go on.
Okay, let's find a story about India. Let's see what we can find. So, I'm going to go into something where you can read an article. Okay.
Okay.
Just have a look and see what we've got here. So, I'm going to just show you. Hang on a minute. Share the screen. Right. This is a website with lots of things to read, and we can learn vocabulary and discuss what we read. Okay, so it's a good way to build a conversation. You're from India, so I've gone for stories about India. Okay, so do you want to talk about artifacts, buildings, or air pollution?
Any other things?
It's tigers.
There was a topic that is air pollution. So can you just open up that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's for sure. Yeah.
that's it. It's quite an interesting story. So let's have a look at this. So, air pollution may shorten lives by 6 years in India. Okay. So, is air pollution bad where you are? Is air pollution bad where you are?
So this fact what they have mentioned here. Can you hear me?
Keywords? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about particularly India. Pollution can damage to this whole world in domain of you can say life will be less in upcoming time. You have noticed that previous era people just live a long life in comparison to the present era what we are living. That means 70 to 80 years maximum. But at the same time, in previous times, they have a age of 100 and 100 plus years they just survive. So that is decreasing rapidly, and all these things are responsible for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, air pollution is having an impact on longevity, how long people live. So, people live
Yeah,
longer in the
you're right.
past than they do today, in your opinion. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I'm saying the same.
That's it. So, life expectancy has gone down. Concentration.
Yeah.
Concentration. Particulate, lifespan, and exceed. Those are our keywords. If you want to read that for me,
Yeah,
read that for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Air pollution may shorten life by 6 years in India. Research has found that all 1.3 billion people in India live in areas where unsafe levels pollution, which could take 6 years off the country's average life expectancy. The report by the Energy Policy Institute at the University of Chicago, APEC, looked at the concentration of the particulate matter in India's air, which includes such things as smoke dust. These particulate matter can come from concentrated and traffic as well as from plants and factories. Among other things, air pollution has shortened the average Indian lifespan by 5.9 years compared to the it would be if it was a safety limit set by the World Health Organization, that is WHO. The world annual average particulate matter concentration should not exceed 10 micrograms per meter of air. Indian average is 70 micrograms per cubic meter. So India has the highest particulate matter concentration level in the world with it. Yet Bangladesh, Nepal, and Pakistan also in the top five. So air pollution level are higher than they should be across India, but the situation is bad in the north. Residents of Indian capital city Delhi could lose 10 years of air expectancy to poor air quality. The cities of Allahabad and Lucknow in the Uttar Pradesh, also in the north, have air pollution levels at the 12 times of WHO safe limit. So residents of Lucknow could see 11.1 years from the average life expectancy of air quality does not improve. In 2019, Indian government announced a national clean air program with the reducing particulate pollution by 20-30% by 2014 compared to the 2017 level. EPIC's report says that India can research its targets. The country will see significant improvement in health if air pollution can be reduced by 25%. Then the report said that the average life expectancy would rise by 1.8 years to and by 3.5 years in Delhi.
So, what are your thoughts on the EPIC's findings? What do you think of that?
So, at the late discussion, if I try to just conclude about what the efforts are going in the countries by seeing the problems which are arising, particularly in India, they are saying that the life expectancy or all these things are decreasing. So, it's a big concern for us. And I think just we are accumulated by the thought about what's happening, how can we reduce, and as a country, it's our responsibility to just diminish all these things by different means. What we could apply, and then we should apply all these things to reduce all these things.
Yep, definitely. So the findings are quite shocking, really, aren't they? The numbers, where you are in the north, 12 times higher than the recommended level. I mean, this is really quite serious.
Yeah, it's quite serious.
Do you find it surprising that air pollution has such a major impact on life expectancy? Well, we're not really that
No,
surprised, are we? We know that's the case.
yeah, I'm not surprised because air is very important constitute when it comes to the life and all these elements. But so how we can deny the air pollution and all these things affected that is generated by air? So yeah, it's obvious. It makes a huge difference on our life.
So we can't deny that
Yes.
it's having an impact. We can't ignore the problem any longer. Good. Are there any parts of your country that have unsafe levels of air pollution? Yeah, many places actually.
Yeah.
If we were to look at a list of polluted cities, I'm just going to get this up here. India. I mean, just in the top 10 alone.
Okay.
Yep, all India. Well, let's go to 11, the region. So the top
Yeah, I can
50, top 20. I mean, most of them are actually India for the top 20, aren't they?
India. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
quite bad. Now, this
You
is
know
data.
what I can conclude by seeing that arrays what these are mentioning, that means this chart shows. So there is a basic reason of that. That means population of India is more than what other countries having population. So I think population does play an important role to generate these all these factors of pollution, either it is air pollution or water bodies pollution or different type of pollution we are having. So the basic reasons we are having a lot of population and greater population, that's why we are suffering for that. I can say you can understand as well.
Absolutely. Yep. So there's another article here which talks about your air pollution problems, and there's this map here so you can go straight into any of the cities and actually look at what the air pollution is like in any given place. It's quite an interesting article. I'll just leave that with you there. And if I think this is the map itself, so that's takes us to one of these places, and we can get this kind of data where we can get the breakdown of how bad it is in any given place with the PM10. Those are the particulate levels. The 2.5 are the really small ones that get stuck in your lungs. PM10, again, very nasty. So we can see that it was moderate for that place, but if we were looking
So
somewhere
what
else,
is this PM10 and PM2.5? Can you just elaborate?
particulate matter. So if we
Okay.
went,
So what does this signify?
the particulate matter is harmful, small things that can get stuck in your lungs. So if we think about diesel engines, what particulate matter that comes out of diesel engines. We've got PM10, which is slightly bigger particles, and we've got the 2.5, which is the even smaller ones, and they get
And
stuck
below
in the
that, they have
lungs.
mentioned NO2 and SO2 as well.
So if we were looking at different places around the world, and if we look at India, we can see that some places are very, very, sorry, that's Africa, over here, unhealthy, hazardous, not too bad in that one.
Which country do you belong?
Where do I live? I live in the UK, so I'm over here. I'm
So,
over here
what is about
in
UK? When I just see the platform of air pollution, so where stands UK in polluting fields?
not as bad as where you are. I mean, London obviously is more polluted, but most cities are a little bit more polluted. But generally, where I am, it's not that bad because I'm on the coast. So if we zoom in, hang on, I'm going to get a zoom in.
So,
So I'm over here on the UK. I'm in Swansea in the UK. So I'm by the coast. So I've got the Atlantic air coming in, which cleans the air a little bit where I am. So it's not as
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
So we're in the green
So
yellow
can you tell
zone.
me what basic things you do in your life to just reduce pollution and all these things as a serious problem you can say it can take in the upcoming time. So as a responsible citizen, what you are practicing on daily basis to reduce different type of pollution?
Well, I don't drive and I walk everywhere, so I don't encourage people to drive to my house and drop things off to me. I mean,
Okay.
as an individual, that's what I do, but I can't account for what my government does. And if they open a coal power station, there's not a lot I can do about it. But
Yeah,
on a
yeah, I can
personal level, I
understand.
don't
Yeah, that's
drive.
why I asked at individual level what you perform. So not a governmental level. I can understand all these things because different people has different responsibilities
Mm.
to carry on. So they cannot be just too active on that particular part. But as an individual, it's our responsibility. We can just avoid as we can.
Yeah, exactly. So I've always walked everywhere. I don't drive. I've never had a
So
car of my own.
if I talk you about on different note, if I talk about communication skills, then can you suggest me five things that means for fluent English speaking? Can you give me five tips apart from this what we are talking?
Tips to help you with your English. Get plenty of different types of content. So, reading, listening, speaking, practice all the key skills. Try using material that's not too difficult beyond your level. Build up gradually before you head for things that are very difficult. Listen to podcasts, people talking. Use a mimic method where you copy exactly what you hear. Sing the language in context rather than rote learning words. Practicing the phonetics if you have problems with specific phonetics. But it's just getting lots of input. So everything from podcasts to whatever different ways of doing it. 6 Minute English. I've just sent you this one. Lots of different podcasts here that you can look at. Okay. Using English learning sites to help you. They've got
Yeah,
reading and
all these
everything
things
on
are
them.
generally comes to notice when I just often talk to the family tutors. But I want to the practical tip that means how anybody or any individual can learn English speaking in very less time. So what is the biggest mean of learning? So how can we just fluent in quick time? By practical means, not all these things you are mentioning to me. This already comes to my
Copying what
notice.
you hear, but nothing happens quickly. You can't just quickly learn it. It doesn't work like that. Okay, but
Yeah,
you need to get yourself
it will take
speaking.
time. That means
Yeah,
basically you are
record
saying
yourself
it will take
speaking.
time.
Record yourself speaking about things. Try not to directly
Okay.
translate from your first language. Think in English, not in your first language. Okay, but
Yeah.
nothing happens
That
overnight.
means think in English, and just record your words, what you are making mistakes.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
try to just don't repeat, don't try to mug up all these things without understanding. Just train your mind in such a language, and don't use your first language. All these suggestions you are giving to me, what I can conclude from your talk, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So
That's great. Thank you.
right, okay, we've got about 30 seconds. We're just about to count out there. Okay, so plenty of input, different types of input, material like this, where you can talk about different things and you're seeing the language in context. Okay,
Yeah, you're right.
summarizing things that you've read. So you read this and then summarize it, record yourself, video yourself. You can do things like that, mimicking what you
Yeah,
hear. Listen to the podcast and copy exactly what you hear. Okay.
you're right. Yeah.
All right. Lovely.